Good morning, guys. I'm actually getting to the charts super late this morning. It is 9:21, so I have to kind of quickly do some analysis before we get to market open today. So just some really quick analysis. We already took out buy side liquidity. Buy side liquidity has been taken. We already took out previous day's high, so not as relevant to us. That's all I really see on the daily right now. We've expanded a lot. Today's Wednesday. Today is usually a day where the market might reverse. So I'm just gonna keep going down and marking out like bullish PD arrays. Because right now I'm thinking we're bullish. But you gotta be kind of careful on Wednesdays. So this is a gap. Put a gap on there. Maybe I should put what? Hour gap, so 4 hour gap. All right, so then we just go down to the 1 hour, and okay, then okay, we dip back into here. Technically this gap is actually way bigger than you think. Anyway, so I'll just keep that there. Who knows. So we're right here right now. Let's just bring over S&P. I can't even see what. Oh, we're on a 15-minute. Okay, we're on a 15-minute. So we expanded from London. So it just looks like it's just been constant expansion. London's really nice because we took out this sell side. Maybe an S&T was put in and then we expanded. There's probably a setup in London. I've back tested London, but like in terms of like opportunities, it's like not always there, so I just decided not to trade London, but I would trade London in Forex. I actually set up something last night for London, but it didn't hold. Thought maybe we were going into a bearish run, but it ended up invalidating a PD array, but it's actually back in a bearish fair value gap, so I don't know if we'll break through or not. So 1 hour wait, am I on the right? Wait, what is NDX? What the heck? I'm on the right thing, right? No, I'm not. Okay. Oh my god, I wasn't on the right thing. Whoa. Okay. Wow, that's crazy. Let's remove all of that. Let's start this over. I'm happy I caught that because that would have been bad. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I guess still the same thing. We already took out previous day high. Nothing crazy here. Luckily I caught that. We have 5 minutes till market open and I still don't have all my analysis on. We took out previous day's high. So 4 hour. Okay, we have a huge 4 hour bullish fair value gap. My bad. 4 hour fair value gap. Okay, mark. Oh, is this delaying again? Am I tripping? Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? Okay, so we have a 4 hour fair value gap. Let's go down to a 1 hour. You guys are seeing me do this at lightning speed. Oh gosh. Okay, so here's the thing. We're at all-time highs, but like there's no like good 1 hour. Okay, let me see. So there's a low here. This is a 1 hour low. We're at all-time highs. That's absolutely. There was a 1 hour low. We have a 1 hour fair value gap right here. Remember, my model is that some type of liquidity needs to be swept. Some type of sell side liquidity, some type of buy side liquidity. 1 hour fair value gap. So that's 1 hour. This is it delaying? That's so ridiculous. With that, we have this small one here. I don't know. I think it's better if I do outline it. So it's kind of weird. Like you want to outline everything just in case, because you never know what will be respected / disrespected. But I don't really know. And also, we're already up really high, so I don't know. Let's see. We do have a fair value gap right here as well. This 1 hour, we're at all-time highs. It's crazy. 1 hour fair value gap. So I'm trying to see something. So we were in a bearish run, and then we went down. We went up, then we went down. We did change in state. We went down, then we went up. Now we're up again. I think this was yesterday's run. I think? I don't remember. I think this was yesterday's run. If I held it, I could have made it a lot more. Sorry about that. 3 minutes till market open. I still don't really have all my analysis done. It's kind of weird. So we have a 30-minute low right here. $30-minute low. Okay. 1 hour low. I don't even know if that 1 hour low is. Because remember, my model revolves around grabbing some form of liquidity. Right now, all the liquidity is resting below. There's no significant like sell side liquidity until down here. Probably move these over or not. I don't know. From a 15-minute standpoint, there's nothing crazy. Just all-time highs. Today's actually, like, from what I've learning back testing, today's a weird day to trade. You can trade on Wednesdays, but usually Wednesdays are kind of, you need to be a little bit weary because they could be reversal days, midweek reversal as they're called. And then on top of that, we did take out previous day's high, and this candle has really expanded, today's candle. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen today. I'm going to be a little bit more cautious. We have 2 minutes until market open, so I'm just going to see what happens. Also, let me double check and see if there's news. I did check if there was news, and I didn't see anything of interest. Yes, nothing of interest today. Also, yesterday I realized that there was news at 10 o'clock, which is why I ended up entering too early. If I'd known there was news yesterday at 10, I would have waited, and I probably could have avoided that first loss, but honestly, that was my fault. And then on top of that, yeah, that was just honestly my fault. You need to check if there's news because you don't want to lose money unnecessarily, and that's what I did yesterday. I was able to get it back, but there are going to be days where you don't get it back. Also, excuse me, I'm eating my breakfast as well. So 1 minute until market open. Just eating some breakfast, like a sandwich and some hot chocolate. Nothing crazy. So because today's a little bit unclear in terms of where liquidity is going to be grabbed, I'm going to let the market do its thing for like, so maybe 9:40, 9:45. Market open just happened. We'll go on to a 5 minute and see. Oh, I keep forgetting. I need to put this back on so I can see what the sessions look like. Directing off this 1 hour fair value gap. Backing off that 1 hour fair value gap. I'm going to give the market some time to show its hand. I like to get my entries on the 5 minute, and right now there's definitely no 5 minute entry for anything, obviously, because it's just market open just happened. Go up to 50-minute just to match S&P to see what. So where is this? So this is the equivalent of that low over there. It just took this, but that's not sufficient liquidity. I'm more interested in these lows. These kind of relatively equal lows, maybe even here. That's a swing low here. I think this low, this 1 hour low, would be better served here. Because if I was the market makers and I was going to try and stop people out, I would probably try and come here, here, and then move back up. But I don't know if it's going to come all the way that down. I would say maybe here is probably the best bet, but I don't even know if it'll get down there. S&P is struggling a little bit more than NASTAQ, so we'll just see. Ideally, in a bull market, you want to respect bullish PD arrays. Still really early. Let me go down to like maybe the 2-minute. Okay. This could hold. We did take out some liquidity near this 1 hour. What I'd be waiting for is maybe like an inverse fair value gap, but I don't know. Looks like it's breaching that fair value gap. So I'm wondering if today's a bearish day, because we just totally breached that fair value gap, and we just invalidated this 1 hour fair value gap. But on the 1 hour, it can kind of look like we're still respecting it. So it looks like it's pretty much respecting it. Go back down to the, I don't know, 5-minute. See, this is very bearish. If this closes, this could potentially be, it wouldn't really be my setup. So, and I actually came into the bullish, but I do know that Wednesdays can be midweek reversals, and we do have a lot of liquidity resting below us. So this is a really weird situation where, like, for example, if we close this and we invalidate this, then I'll go bullish. I want to stick with my bias, and this is not really my setup, like if it turns bearish. So I have to make a decision where, do I flip my bias depending on what I see, or do I stick to my strategy? And typically the answer is stick to your strategy. If it's not your setup, do not take it, right? We still have quite some time before this candle closes. S&P is showing real unwillingness to go lower, though. Let's check out what the 1 hour candle looks like on S&P. Oops. Oh, yeah. So this is pretty much respecting that fair value gap. So it's giving kinda bullish. NASDAQ has some willingness to go lower, but S&P does not. Let's see, what did we sweep? So we're kind of sweeping this low resistance liquidity here. S&P does not want to sweep that. And there's a tiny 5-minute fair value gap. So it's looking kinda SMT-ish. Have to be careful here. I may not take a trade. I may take a trade. I don't know. I want to see something bullish right now. S&P is quite resistant to taking these lows, whereas NASDAQ actually just cut through that like butter. Now, if NASDAQ took this low, that would definitely be an SMT. But we just completely invalidated this 1 hour fair value gap. I should move these over more so I can see what's going on. Still too early. Yeah, you typically want to wait until like maybe like 15-20 minutes into open for the market to really show it's doing. Looks like S&P is starting to come around a little bit to wanting to go lower. Okay, let's see. 3 minute, okay. 2 minute. We're really invalidating. We've invalidated this bullish PD array. Looks like NASDAQ really wants to take this. We have 1 more minute until the close of this candle. S&P still refuses to take those lows. While it's doing that, I wonder what Forex is doing. Oh, Forex sold off again. Round 8, it took the high, but no market structure shift. In fact, oh crap, it's selling off. See, the area I marked out, now it's respecting it. It took the high, and now it's selling up. In fact, I could probably... Oh my gosh, wait, I could probably take a trade on this. Wait. I do have a live account on Forex, so I might have to, let's see, short this. And it's in line with the bias. I want to at least target 1 to 2. These lows actually make a better target. I'm gonna sell this. Oh, I should probably do this. Oh, are you kidding me? Let me reload this. It says connection lost. Oh, that's really annoying. Sorry you guys can't see this. It's just the way I have my recording set up right now. It doesn't show me opening any new windows. These lows actually... Oh crap, yeah, set this as a limit order. Oh man, I thought this would... I'm so confused. Order. But I already have my stop loss set. I don't understand. This stupid thing. Oh my god. I already have my stop loss set and it's just... What's the point of that if it's... Wow, quantity. Why is that set that high? Oh my gosh. Might put in an order on Forex. It's only 1-to-1 though. That's really nothing. I want to see that close. Shouldn't that have closed? I'm confused. Let me go back to Forex. I mean futures. Okay, futures took the low. Okay, so... Oh, you guys probably saw that. I didn't see that because I just came back onto this window. So... Okay, that's... It's very bearish. Looks like S&P did end up taking these lows as well. We took London low. S&P has yet to take London low. I want to see something bullish. It's only 9:45, so it's still relatively early. So we came into this 1 hour, we took this 30-minute low, we took this 1 hour low, we took London low. Oh, hold on. Sorry, my sister came in. Alright. I thought this was... I'm so confused. Whoa, my Forex. Oh my god, Forex.com is broken. What the heck? Oh god, guys, I think my computer's broken. What the heck? What just happened? Wow, that was trippy as hell. That was trippy as hell. Sorry, the window I have Forex on just started glitching like out of control. Oh my gosh, that's absolute insanity. Okay, so I'm gonna try this again. I'm trying to put in a limit order for Forex. And it's just... Also, I don't know why this thing is just being so annoying. I really hope that doesn't do that again. That was so crazy. Oh, it just closed. I can put in my order now. 17136. Okay. Place order. Alright, let's go back to futures. And by the way, my Forex account is with real money, so... So it came into this fair value gap. We'd want to see, like, maybe some type of internal manipulation, potentially. So, this is our first inverse. There is a lot of inverses in here. So, I would say, 3 minutes. So, we do have our first 2-minute inverse here. Oh, also S&P did take London low, so we don't have an SMT in place. If this closes above this inverse, I'm gonna probably enter this. So I need to actually decide how much I'm going to risk on this trade. So actually, let's see. Long, yeah, long. And because I don't have anything to anchor a standard deviation to, I'm just going to target 1 to 2. Pretty simple, pretty... Alright, so bringing up a calculator. I believe it should be relatively around the same amount. 5% is 5%? Not 5%, 0.5% is $500, and I think 1% is like $1,000. So it should still end up coming out to some. I might just risk $1,000 on this. So yeah, a little bit less than $1,000, 986. 986. Or is that too much? And you're probably like, well, this is very bullish. Why are you trying to buy this? I mean, this is very bearish. Why are you trying to buy this? Because we came down a lot. We took out London. We took out all these lows, and we are in a primarily bull market. So I would want to see bullish price action. It just makes sense. I mean, I don't really want to go out and like... See, look. It's pretty straight down. It's in this fair value gap. It's respecting it. If you go down to 30 minutes, same thing. It's relatively respecting it. We're in a bull market. You can also draw a fib from maybe here to here. And that would be like in a discount. So to me, it makes some sort of sense. Anyways, at the end of the day, you're just assuming some risk, right? When I put this trade on, I assume that risk. I assume that responsibility. That's what it means to be a trader. So I'm waiting for it to close this. Could also wait for the 3-minute to be closed, but it's 9:48, so totally valid time to take a trade. Anyways, let me see what Forex did. So Forex is not really doing much. I did set my limit order in to see if it will execute. But because my Forex account is a really small account, so I'm only risking $1 to make $1. So it's like about $100 account. Which, you know what, it was probably wrong of me because I actually didn't do the math on that. So I think maybe 1%. Oh, wow. Actually, I did something very wrong. I'm actually risking more than 1% on this trade. That's not good. I don't know. See what happens. Right now, it's like kind of barreling towards my take profit, which I kind of... Oh, wow. This could be good. This could be like another internal sweep. Now, if it kept on going down, that's when I'd be a tiny bit concerned, and I probably would not take a trade. Remember, today's Wednesday, because Wednesdays can be midweek reversals. Oh, I still have more tea. Didn't realize I had more. I got too caught up in the charts. Body's respected that this fair value gap. What's a 1 hour fair value gap? Move this over. So because we got another sweep, if this were to go up and close this gap, I would be very much bullish. I actually like to see that internal sweep. Now, like I said, if it keeps going down, I probably won't take a trade today, because I don't really want to see that. Now, if there was an SMT put in, for example, NASDAQ took Asia and S&P didn't, then I would still be kind of bullish, given that I get an entry model that supports that bias. It doesn't act okay. NASDAQ just took Asia low. S&P did not. Let's see if it holds. I should probably put the fact that it took Asia low, like, put that in, because I can't see it when I'm like zoomed in. And then let's, okay, also this is an inverse. It's a tiny one, but I would have to reorient this now. And then this is actually good, because if this closes above here, this would be inversing this 1 hour. Move these over so I can see better. Ooh, we're getting some bullish. Okay, I want to put a... Oh, I can just do this. So I said I'm willing to risk $900. Yeah, so about that. 12 contracts. See how it respected it just now? As soon as it closes above this, I'm entering. Targeting... What the... Didn't I just move this? Why didn't it move? Ah. Alright, it's above it, so as soon as it closes, this is a 5-minute candle, so in the next minute, actually, I'm gonna put this order in. Oop, no. Targeting 1 to 2 for this kind of setup just completely makes sense. You're probably like, well, you could target up here. Yeah, but I have more confidence in this. In fact, we actually have somewhere to anchor our standard deviation now. So we can get, it's probably going to be way higher up here, but I don't know if I trust that. I'd rather do low-hanging fruit. So we didn't get a closure, so I can't enter this. Oh, this is a 2-minute. These are 2-minute candles. Oh, this is a 5-minute. If this closes above this, I'm not as worried about this because this has already been sort of filled in. Ooh. It's going back down. It respected that bearish fair value gap. By the way, there is an SMT put in right now. I should probably like mark that out. Because Asia lows. Like right here, basically. SMT. SMT might not hold. So it's 9:57 now. So this is getting very bearish. I could... Okay, let's back out a little bit. Because I'm starting to think there's a... As soon as this closes, this is going to turn into a bearish fair value gap. Look at all that. SMT for right now is in place. It's still relatively respecting this 1 hour fair value gap. Yeah, look, the body is respecting the 1 hour. So if I'm gonna take a bullish trade on this, I want to see like some good displacement through this. I want to see it like at least here, closure at least here, come back down, go up. So I want to see it come like this, this. That's what I want to see. Let's see if we get it. It's coming up now. I want to see some really good push above that. Oh, gotta get my limit order ready. If it gives me the trade, I believe it's 12 contracts. Okay, you see it's probably gonna close now, but I want to see some... oh, yes. That's exactly what I want to see. When does this candle close? The next minute? It's kind of lethargic. I want it to get back up to here. So it doesn't look like it... Oh, it entered me. Alright guys, we're in the trade. In a sense, we inverted this fair value gap. So, okay. So my reasoning for entering this trade... It's coming back on me kind of deep. But my reason for entering the trade, we had a small 2-minute inverse fair value gap. We inversed it on this candle. So I took the trade. We also inversed this 1 hour. We have an SMT in place. NASTAQ took Asia. S&P didn't. And yeah, that was my reasoning for taking this trade. So let's just see if the trade plays out now. So this is one of my models where if the first inverse of the candle along with other confluences are like, for example, if the first inverse is taken and we have additional confluences supporting the bias, then I take the trade. So if it goes back against me, that's just, you know, it happens. But all my conditions are met. Targeting 1 to 2 is actually really good for this because it's, you know, overlapped with this 1 hour fair value gap. And not only that, I guess what you can also say is we're in a discount of this range. So we are right now in a discount. So we want to go back to a premium. And this area overlaps with a premium. It also overlaps with the first standard deviation from referencing the standard deviation area here. So A lot of confluences, lots of confluences. Let me actually write down how many confluences you have here. So right now I came in with a bullish bias, right? Came in with a bullish bias. We have an SMT in place right now. We inversed the fair value gap. So we inverse the fair value gap. 4. Standard deviation, our take profit, our 1 to 2 overlaps with first standard deviation. So overlap, oh, I can't spell. Overlap with first standard deviation. 5. We have, we inverse this 1 hour fair value gap. We inverse 1 hour fair value gap, and standard deviation is in a premium. So that's 6. Our take profit, or TP, is in premium. And we took Asia low, which would technically be the SMT, but we took out a lot of liquidity. We took out a lot of sell-side liquidity on our way down. So we have a lot of, as you can see, we have 6, maybe even a tiny bit more. But a lot of these kind of overlap with our bias. Bullish bias, SMT, inverse fair value gap, overlap with first standard deviation, or TP, inverse the 1 hour fair value gap, which is this, and TP is in a premium, because right now we're in a discount. So we're trying to go to discount to premium, right? So we have a lot of things in our favor. Now, if it doesn't work out, that's just the market. The market doesn't always work out in your favor. So I'm going to actually get this off of here. But keep in mind, I called this before it happened, because everything I wanted to see was met. So now it's just a matter of waiting to see if it carries out. My goal for this paper trading account is to get back to break even, and which, honestly, if we get this trade, we will get back to break even plus some. That is amazing. That is my goal. And my goal is to, get a little bit more on this account. This is a huge testament to the time I've put in this the time I've put in these past 4 months. Right now it's going in my favor, so that's good. It's even better if we close above this, because I think that was our 5-minute inverse, but we already closed some of it, so that's fine. S&P is kind of lethargic, but then again, I'm only on. So if we okay, yeah, we're trying to go to a discount, or a premium, I should say. We're in discount. I want to see it push. So I entered this trade around 10 o'clock. Actually, it's been 5 minutes since then. Also, you could also enter it on this change in state. That would have actually been your best entry, but I entered on the inverse. You could also enter on this candle too. I wonder if it will come back to it. Referencing that candle is completely fine, I suppose. Yeah, see? Oh, almost had it. So now, if you had entered on that candle, which you could have, that would be your entry right there. So it's teeter-tottering around that inverse. I want to see it expand now. One thing with this is that S&P does not show a lot of willingness to go higher. I like that it's rejecting that. So that would have been your entry if your entry was on the change in state. So right now there's at least 3 entries you could have entered on this change in state right here. When this candle closed above this, you could have entered here. You could have entered on the inverse. This would have been your best entry. I want to see it expand. I don't really want to see it like hanging around there. Usually when price tends to stay in the same place and kind of just go back and forth, it's usually not a good sign. I want to see it expand higher. Once it expands maybe to the discount or the equilibrium, I'll probably move my stop to break even. So it's kind of weird moving your stop to break even because it could definitely come back and like take you out. I've had like in back testing, I had a lot of trades that did that where I would enter, come back to break even, take me out, and then expand to my TP. But honestly, moving your stop to break even after it gets like maybe 50% of the way there is actually good practice, because realistically speaking, if it gets here, I don't want to see it come all the way back down and then expand up. I don't want to see that. I want to see this expand above this candle. It's still early, but price doesn't have any really momentum to it. I'm not liking how weak it's moving. And that S&P, why is S&P coming back down? I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like that. Okay, this is what we're looking like on the 1 hour. Oh, what the heck? The 1 hour looks the same. So this, oh my gosh, this looks like a huge inverse fair value gap on the 50-minute. Oh crap, wait. I don't like that. I'm gonna lower my risk. I don't like that. That SMT doesn't look like it's holding. See what I told you, that I don't like the fact that this was lethargic like that, and now we have a very bearish candle. SMT is still in place, I think. Wait a minute, or is it? Barely, actually. They're relatively equal. We're getting some momentum up. Let's see if it stays that way. It did just take out this low. I really didn't want to see it come back down that far. So I lowered down my risk to about 0.5% for this trade. I don't want to see it get anywhere down here. It really shouldn't. So I just lowered my risk. If it gets down here, it's probably going to keep going. This SMT I don't even really think is in place anymore. If this keeps going down, that means today is a midweek reversal, as I said. It's already 10:15 and price just refuses to expand. I don't like this. May probably end up taking a loss today. Just because of price's unwillingness to go higher. Best case scenario would be that it expands and closes above here. Then I would take off maybe half of my position, if I'm being honest. S&P refuses to expand. S&P does not want to go up. So it looks like the SMT is sort of still in place, but barely. I'm gonna move this up. This just became a 1 to 3-ish trade. Huh. Yeah, this is not looking exactly favorable because, as you can see, I will say we do have a lot of liquidity resting above here, but it held at this 2-minute fair value gap and then went lower. But there's a lot of liquidity resting here, so it makes sense for it to expand and take that out, but S&P has no willingness to go higher. Even if I do take a $600 loss, it's not that bad. At least, I wouldn't lose everything I made yesterday, so that's pretty good risk management. I wouldn't even lose half of it, so. And because this is a swing point, you really wouldn't want to see price come back down here. So where I have it is a really good place. There is no point in keeping it down here. Because this low, if this wants to expand, should realistically be respected or protected. See how it's kind of just teeter-tottering at this 30-minute low? I want to see a real good push through this. Oh wow, look at that. I'm actually going to take 50% of this position off if it gets to that. Because I don't like how it's moving. Position. Partial close. Probably take... Where's that too much? Should I take 4 contracts off and... Nah, that doesn't make any sense. You want to take off most of your position. Let's not invert it. It just took the high. That was a sweep of liquidity. Yeah, I don't really like this much. I'm gonna take off half my position if it extends to here. If. It's really looking bleak, guys, but have faith. Never know what can happen. And it looks like we probably just took this low. It took an Asia low. Oh boy, here we go. Probably gonna take a loss today. Just set this high. Bad sign. But if it does take this low, I'm not interested in getting back into another trade. So this is potentially look like a midweek reversal. By the way, I wonder how my... Oh man. So what ended up happening on my Forex trade is that it actually went down to my TP, but never actually went back up to enter me. Sad. S&P does not want to lower. But we'll see, because maybe NASTAQ doesn't want to go lower. So in a sense, it could also be another SMT. It doesn't seem like price knows what it wants to do. So what's the equivalent of this low here? trying to watch S&P and see what it takes out. See, if I'd moved my stop, my position and break even, I would have been out of the trade. So I didn't think. So we just, if this candle closed, we just got another low. This candle was never taken out, so that's bullish. Alright, I'm gonna close 50% of my position just because I don't like how lethargic this is moving. So if it gets there, two things. I'll take off 60%, 50% of my position and move my stop to break even. This is gonna really cut into the profit that I'll get, but it's fine. I'd rather make something than nothing. I want to see that candle expand. I don't want it to come back in within the range. I'm seriously wondering if I should just take some off now. Oh my gosh. Because S&P is showing, yeah, I'm gonna take off 60%. If this will just go up. At this point, I think it would be better if I just moved my stop to break even. Why can't I confirm this? So I moved my stop to break even. Not playing around with this anymore. Because it's moved a decent distance away and it's just so lethargic. At this point, if it gets back down to here, like... Here probably would have been a better place to put my stop, but... Where is my box? Tiny fair value gap. This is kind of a difficult day. S&P refuses, really shows no indication that it wants to go higher. NASTAQ wants to go higher though. Take off 50% of my position if we can just get up to equilibrium. Mind you, equilibrium of this range here. So this would be equilibrium. So if it does want to reverse, equilibrium would be actually the best place to do it. It's nearly 10:30. What's really interesting is that if I can do this for maybe the whole month and end up in the green, then I should be able to do a prop challenge. That's actually crazy, but let's not get excited yet. I mean, as of right now, I am break even, so if this were to come back on me for any reason, I wouldn't lose anything, so that's actually really good. And where it's at actually validates my break even. We have a bullish PD array finally. That's supposed to support price higher. And we have many lows that were created to protect. S&P is honestly showing a lot of unwillingness to go higher, but okay, I think we're gonna get it. I think we're gonna get something off of this, guys. Scale out, scale out, scale out. This order block is supposed to support price higher. So, oh, I don't have an OB. I don't have an OB. OB. Left, right. Alright. OB. I really should be blue, not orange. Alright, I'm gonna take off 50% of my position. Because it's going up, I'm kind of like, 50%. Yes, at this point, 50%. Just because it has no momentum, it's just a lot of... Okay, came back to the OB. Really supposed to... Okay, did not want to... Ooh. See, I don't like that. Okay. See how the wicks respect consequent encroachment in the bodies? Hopefully that continues. Love to see that. Respect the consequent encroachment of this fair value gap. Bodies respecting. Oh, it's really trying to push through that though. I don't like that. It did not respect. Well, the body hasn't closed yet. Wicks do the damage, the bodies tell the story. Alright, I don't like that. This is exactly why I'm taking up 50% on my position. This price action is just too... Not a lot of willingness. What's good is that fair value gap is respected. I want to see it continue being respected. I'm going to feel a lot better once 50% of my position's off, because at that point I'm just going to let it run. And then I already have a risk off position, so... Alright, we're getting our expansion. Let's see if we can get 50% of this position off. Or let's see if we get up there. Oh, and I don't know if I said it, but I removed the SMT thing because I don't think it held. The SMT did not hold. Well, actually, I think we have another SMT, though, because I think S&P took some lows that NASTAQ didn't. NASTAQ didn't show willingness to want to go lower, while S&P kind of did. But S&P looks like it's coming around now to wanting to go higher. We had an internal sweep. We had a closure above this inverse. So it might want to go higher now. I really see I don't like this. We're so close. Price always does this. Oh, no. I don't like that wick. Yeah, I don't like that wick. Ooh, I don't like that. Why does that look like it inversed that fair value gap? NASDAQ and S&P are giving me mixed signals. But you can see why I want to take off 50% of my position at equilibrium. This price action is just atrocious today. Like, they're giving me, like, opposite signals. I mean, what would be good if this does expand is that this would be another low, which should be protected. Or not. Oh, gosh. S&P just wants to come lower. I might get taken out at break even. A better stop would be down here, but I honestly do not want to move my stop. S&P keeps wanting to go lower while NASDAQ wants to go higher. Ooh, I'm probably gonna get taken out. Might not make anything today, guys. This is actually the first since we've gone up that price has actually disrespected a bullish PD array. It's respecting bearish PD array right now. Can you get rid of this? I didn't respect it. Sorry that I'm quiet, I'm just watching price to see what it's doing. We got another swing low, so there's that. But it's coming back down. I want to see that respected, but it's not respecting it. I wonder, what if I had moved this? What if I had taken 1-to-1? Although I really don't like taking 1-to-1s. If I had taken a 1-to-1, I would have been out. But I don't like taking 1-to-1s. We're back above that fair value gap. I honestly feel like I should take off more than this. I'm gonna actually take off eight contracts if this gets up to equilibrium. part of me kind of wants to take out 8 now. The reason being is that S&P does not want to go higher. Like, at all. So there's conflicting interests here. If I was aiming for 1-to-1, I would have already been out of the trade, but I don't do 1-to-1s. I do 1-to-2 or more. I think I'm gonna probably just take it off if price goes above this high. Pretty ass day because price just doesn't really want to go anywhere. These are, oh no. These are relatively close highs. Alright, price is teeter-tottering around here. I'm trying to be disciplined and just hold out until price gets where I want to go, but because the price action is so bad, these are the times when trading is very hard. Mind you, I am at break even, so I could just let it go, but because I know it's not really doing much, it might be better to just take some off, at least make some type of profit today, right? I took off 8 contracts because only made $100 on that. Better than nothing. I'm just gonna let the rest do its thing. I'm not sure whether to end the stream now or the recording, because the rest of this is pretty boring. Price is not really doing much. It's actually maybe possibly going to take me out at break even. Yeah, and there it goes. So, oh, how did I lose $4? Ugh, okay. Guess it wasn't really at break even. That kind of sucks. I basically just lost 400. Yeah, so I made $100. It's not much, but I don't know why. I shouldn't have lost anything, but I lost 400 on this. If I taken it off here, I would have got $700. Price didn't really do much today, but I made something. I made $100, so better than nothing. Well, alright guys, that's will be it for today. Look at it keep going. Yeah, price was pretty not good today. So, see you guys tomorrow. Look at it go. Anyways, yeah. Alright guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.